It gives me immense pleasure to extend a very warm welcome to all on behalf of the Commerce Association, Department of Commerce, Shahid Bhagat Singh College, University of Delhi, which has clubbed us together on a digital platform for our third webinar on all about open book examinations and how to tackle it by Dr. Arun Kumar Attri. The Commerce Association extends its heartiest welcome to our Honorable Principal, Dr. Anil Sardana, Teacher in charge of the Department of Commerce, Dr. Kalpana Gupta, Convener of Commerce Association, Ms. Aarti Saini, and our eminent speaker for today, Dr. Arun Kumar Attri.
Before we begin with today's session, it is a proud moment for us to share that we have received over 2,000 plus registrations from all across University of Delhi to attend today's webinar. Due to restriction on the number of participants in Zoom, only 500 students would be attending the webinar on Zoom. However, this webinar is being streamed live on the Facebook page of Commerce Association. We would also be uploading the recording of this webinar on our YouTube channel in the coming days.
I would now request our Honorable Principal, Dr. Anil Sardana, to speak a few words.
Dr. Kalpana Gupta, Teacher in charge, Department of Commerce, Convener, Commerce Association, Ms. Aarti Saini, Distinguished Speaker of the day, Dr. Arun Attri, many other teachers from the various departments, and office bearers of Commerce Association who have really made it, who have worked very hard, particularly under the leadership of Ashish, Shikhar, Siddhant, Mitali, and many others. I feel very, I take pride in sharing with the world that you are doing a very good job, and I'm very happy. Well, I welcome all the students who have joined for this cause to learn about open book examination, for which the initiative has been taken by Dr. Arun Kumar Attri. They cannot have a better person than him, who himself is a member of Academic Council, member of the Standing Committee, advocate by knowledge and course, and professor by profession, has the right heart to help the needy people and the students the most. Definitely you are going through a challenging period because of Corona, on this COVID-19, but my dear students, I will not speak much on this occasion except to say this, that this is a time to keep the balance of the mind, because you are coming out of a better manager than you could ever be, because whenever there is a tough time and whenever you manage the crisis, you always emerge as a strong person. This difficult period has brought many more ways of bringing knowledge to your own desktop and telephone and laptop. So all these things, there are so many improvement. And I will say that when we're talking about open book, so my only thing will be that you just open the book. So start open the book today, and there will not be any problem. Plus, you are getting a different pattern of examination on which a very learned person, my friend, my colleague also, Dr. Arun Attri, will speak about that. With these words, my best wishes to all of you for the upcoming exams. As it has been rightly said that there are many registrants, and they will be getting benefit of the YouTube channel as well as the recording. You can see it on Facebook. Bhagat Singh College, Shahid Bhagat Singh College is always committed to work for the cause of students, and we shall be doing the activities in future also. You stay connected with us and you all will get the benefit of that. I am thankful to Dr. Arun Attri and Ms. Aarti Saini for organizing this under the leadership of Dr. Kalpana Gupta. My best wishes to the students also and all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your kind words, sir. I would now like to request our esteemed teacher in charge, Dr. Kalpana Gupta, to address the gathering. Kalpana ma'am, you have to unmute yourself. Yes.
Hello. Now you are listening to me? On behalf of the Department of Commerce, on behalf of Department of Commerce, Shahid Bhagat Singh College, I welcome you all the students from the University of Delhi, to this webinar, which is very useful for the third year students, as this is the first time that we are having the open book exam, and the students are very anxious to know how to tackle it. And Dr. Arun Atri, our speaker for the day, he is the best person to inform you, give the proper information about this open book exam, because he has got the authority, he has got proper knowledge to tell you how to tackle with it. So I welcome you all for this webinar, and I think that this webinar talk will be very informative to you, and you will learn a lot from this. Thank you. And now I give it back to the Commerce Association.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Moving on, Siddhant.
Let me now introduce you all to our speaker for today. Dr. Arun Kumar Atri is an assistant professor in the Department of Commerce at Shaheed Bhagat Singh College, University of Delhi. He has done his PhD from Delhi School of Economics, Department of Commerce, University of Delhi, and has completed his LLB from Faculty of Law, University of Delhi. He also has several papers published in his name in national and international journals of repute. He became the member of Academic Council, University of Delhi in 2019. He is also the only elected Academic Council member in the Standing Committee of University of Delhi for the year 2020-21. Working in the capacity of a chief coordinator of admissions for 6 years from 2013 to 2018 in Shaheed Bhagat Singh College, Dr. Arun Kumar Atri has comprehensive knowledge in administration. As a chief coordinator, he busted fake admission rackets, cancelled 36 admissions, and got the touts arrested in 2014. Thereafter, he revamped the entire admission process to make it transparent and took many measures, some of which are adopted by the university at present.
Kajal and Siddhant, I can see your names. You are the ones who are annotating on our shared screen. So we request you not to do. This is the final warning you'll be given. And in case we find you doing this, please erase this. And if in case we find you doing anything like this again, you'll be thrown out. Thank you. Moving on, now before we begin with the webinar, I request you all participants to please ensure that your microphone and your video are turned off during the entire session. If it is not right now, please turn it off. We also request you to refrain from engaging in unrequired conversations in the chat box as well. Anyone found creating nuisance during the session will be politely removed from the meeting. Also note that we will be having a question and answer session after the entire learning session is completed. Please share your questions in the chat box during the Q&A session only. We'll be asking you when you can send your questions. You can note it down during the session, and you can share with us in the chat box. Krati Ramjas, please remove the annotation you've created. I can see your name. This is the last warning to you. Now, I would now request Dr. Arun Kumar Atri to initiate the much awaited session. Sir, you can share your screen. Arun sir.
Thank you all. First of all, I would like to extend my thanks to Dr. Anil Sarzana, our principal, who has always been a motivating force behind it, and he always encourages teachers to come out of this all innovative ideas. And he was the one who has basically pushed that we have a lot of talent in our department, and we should come out with and this is the reason that our Department of Commerce has come out with various webinars. And recently we have done 2 webinars already. And Aarti Saini, obviously, she is the one who was anxious about it and was trying to push that I should do this webinar. And I will also like to extend thanks to our teacher in charge, Kalpana Gupta, who is always being ready to do such things and always look for at how we can do the things smoothly. And apart from that, I would like to extend my thanks to all the Commerce Association, these students. These are very nice students, those who are always making the things happen. Open book examination is a very hot topic, and obviously many students are having this curiosity about it. They want to know that what this open book examination is, and what we are going to have this in the open book examination. So before I know that you people are having so many queries. So before coming those queries, I would like to just go through a presentation so that I can also just tell you, can give you an overview about what open book examination is all about. So if you see that open book examination is actually most of the students, they understand that open book examination is just opening the book. our honorable principal has just said this, that if you open the books before the exam, you will not require to open the book, at the time of examination. Now, what does it mean? It means that that you need not to totally dependent on the books and the materials, at the time of examination. They are only going to be a support material. So basically, open book examination, it allows you to refer your notes, your textbooks, and the other approved materials while you answer the questions. Now, what is the basic difference between the traditional examination and the open book examination? You can see that in open book examination, the purpose is to extract the more critical and analytical ways of answering from the students, which requires encouraging high order thinking skills. इसको HOTS भी बोलते हैं. Otherwise, in the normal examination, what you do, you basically depend on the students, depend on rote learning and memorization. On the basis of memory, students, they mug up, and the idea is that there is a syllabus and we mug up and we go there and we vomit all what we have done. So here the purpose is different. Open book examination basically looks for encouraging the high order thinking skills and extracting your analytical ways of answering the questions. Now in DU, we are having this first time, we are having this open book examination, and it is not by choice, it is by basically we are forced to go for open book examination. One thing I would like to make it clear that I am here to basically address the problems of the students, anxiety of just to reduce the anxiety level of the students. I am nowhere, there an advocate of open book examination or the critic of open book examination. I am just, for the sake of students, we are doing it. Although teachers' body have a different view about it, so not going into that. I am just, I have agreed to organize this just to reduce the anxiety level of the students, so that it can be helpful for the students. Now, obviously, this open book examination is going to be there for final year students. With third-year students for all undergraduate programs, and including NCW Web and SOL, and also the ex-students, those who want to, and the students, those who want to apply for improvement. So they can take this open book examination. You can see that there is a schedule which has already been come. The university has already come up with this tentative schedule. You can see that all those, for those papers that they have been mentioned in the examination, they are going to take examination for those, as per the date sheet. They are going to have an open book examination for all those subjects. Now, the financial year students, those who have a backlog ER in the previous semester, they can also reappear for the same, right? And the students, those who have passed out their final year in the year 2009, they can only appear in the improvement in their 6th semester as per the date sheet. Now, the students, those who are in the final year, this 6th semester, they can appear for the improvement in paper of 4th semester only. So they cannot go for improvement in the papers of 2nd semester or any other semester, 4th semester only. Now, students, those who have appeared for OBE and wish to improve, now there will be some students who will be appearing in the open book examination this year and want to improve their grades, right, next time. So they shall also be given chance to improve their grades as per the cycle of the semester, that is coming in January 2021 and in May, June 2021. So they will be given the opportunity. So they should not think that if they take the open book examination and they score badly, so they will be given no chance about it. Now, time, obviously, what will be the time allowed for the open book examination? The duration for the exam, basically total 3 hours will be allowed. They have divided this 3 years, like 2 hours for 3 hours, for 2 hours for the answering the questions, and the additional 1 hour, for utilizing or downloading the question paper, right, and uploading the scanned images of the answers.
Really sorry to interrupt. There is some audio hindrance from your end. Your voice is not very audible. It's not clear. So is it possible?
There is some problem in the. Wait a minute.
Yes, no worries.
I think there is some problem in this. I have to just log in again, I guess, from the second laptop. This is making noise.
Really sorry for the hindrance, guys. Sir will be back soon. Till the time give us 2 minutes. There is some technical issue at his end. He'll be back and probably we'll start in the next 2 to 5 minutes. Thank you.
Hello. Now am I audible?
Yes, it's better, sir.
I think now I am audible.
Yes, sir. It is better. It is better.
Okay. I'm extremely sorry for this. There was some problem at my end. So I will just continue with that. So this was the students, those who are in the final year, they can appear for improvement in the papers of semester 4 only and not. And this was students who have appeared for OBE and wish to improve their grades. They will also be given the chance to improve their grades as per the cycle of the semester in the year to come. In the year to come, January 2021 and June 2021. Now, this was a duration which I was discussing. The total duration is of 3 hours, and out of which the 2 hours would be given for students to write the paper, and 1 hour additional hour is given to download the question paper and upload the answer sheets. Now, many students, would have some issues about it. The main issue that may arise in DU regarding open book exam is that teachers may not know how to develop and devise effective exam questions that require students to apply their knowledge. Because this is the first time which we are seeing that this open book examination has come. So many teachers may not be aware about it. So they also need to see that they have to frame certain questions. Since teachers are not there, much teachers are not there on this. So I would like to skip this because teachers would, you can have a glimpse of that. The questions need to be devised to assess the interpretation and application of knowledge, comprehension skills and critical thinking skills rather than only knowledge recall. So we need not to depend on the memorization and the knowledge recall, and we have to just assess the interpretation and application of knowledge of the students. Moreover, they need to make use of case-based exam questions that the students require to apply critical reasoning. They need to devise clear and unambiguous questions to limit students' confusion and time spent interpreting the question. Because most of the time, what will happen, the students will just keep on, reading the questions. That also need to be avoided. The questions have to be framed in such a way that they are unambiguous, and student need not to, spend more time in interpreting the questions. Then the teachers also need to keep this thing in mind that they need to devise the questions that require students to apply and make use of information from their textbook or notes, rather than simply require them to locate and rewrite this information. Now, this is the major problem that most of the students that they are thinking, they will have the books and they need not to study anything. उनको पहले से पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है, उनको books वहाँ पे जब देख लेंगे वो exam के time पे और वहाँ से answer देख के लिख लेंगे. If you are thinking like this, then you are going to be in trouble. Moreover, what I need to mention about one thing is that the teachers would keep in mind when devising the questions to probe students' understanding, skills, and knowledge, and for that they may devise the Socratic questions. Socratic questions are Socrates. Basically, we say this is a methodology which used to elicit truth from Socrates used to elicit truth from his students by putting question and answers, right? Cross questioning and question and answers in that form. So, and the Bloom's taxonomy, which talks about remembering part, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating. This is for teachers to these are the more guidelines which used to which will be helpful for the teachers to devise the questions. Now, as far as students, I would discuss here the problems with the students, because most of the students, most of the participants in this webinar are the students only. So what you can see is that students may get trapped into false sense of security that they will have the access to study material and thus may fail to properly prepare for an open book exam. They may assume that the exam will be easy and they will be able to find all the answers in the textbook or the study material. They don't prepare. If they do that, they are going to be in deep trouble. Students need to remember that they need to understand the concepts. They have to study themselves. They should not totally depend on the books and the other materials at the time of examination. They are going only to be help you. Your concepts, you have to build your concepts. You have to focus on your concepts by the regular studies. Now this examination, if taken in real sense, open book examination technically becomes a little more difficult than the traditional examination. So it's not going to be easy as such. The only thing that the Delhi University is giving you is online mode. Online in the sense, it is not completely online. It is you're just sitting at home and you're sending the answers. So that gives you much liberty. So you're not going in any examination center and taking this examination to the open book examination. Now, what I would like to just tell you the difference between the type of questions that would be put to you and how the students can anticipate or can expect. Now, I am taking, since I teach auditing in my college, so I would like to tell you that if I frame a direct question which used to be there in the traditional examination, what type of question it would be, and if that same question, if I have to ask through in the open book examination, how I would frame it. You can see the difference. Now, this is the difference. Now, in auditing, there is a concept which is called due audit care. The commerce students will be able to understand it. Now, the traditional examination, the straightforward question was there that what is the concept of due audit care? How far an auditor can be held liable for this? Now, if I have to frame this question in the open book examination, I would reframe it. Mr. X is the auditor of ABC Limited. The management of ABC Limited inflated the stock of the company, resulting into increase in profits. Mr. X was not able to detect the fraud and simply relied on the inventory balances provided by the management. Later on, management pleaded that auditor was responsible for not detecting this fraud. How far the management justified and how would you hold Mr. X liable for this? Now, this is a case, Kingston Cotton Mills case. So basically, the concept of due audit care emerged from that. So rather than asking the direct question on due audit care, what we have done is we have reframed the question to elicit the conceptual understanding about the topic. So this you have to be very careful. This you have to be very, you have to see this thing. Now, another question. You can see this another question. Now, simply in the traditional examination, we can ask that what are the qualifications of the company auditor? A straightforward question, you can just mention the qualifications, right? In the open book examination, a case study, the case can be mentioned. Like Mr. Z is employee of X Limited. He has an assistant, Mr. Y, who is qualified chartered accountant. Mr. X is a relative of Y who holds 1,000 equity shares of 100 each in X Limited. The market value of which is 120 per share. Mr. Y wants to be appointed as an auditor of X Limited company. Has sought your advice on his appointment. Now for this, if you totally rely on the books, what you will do, the book will only mention the appointments, that who can be the qualification for the appointment of the company auditor. The qualification mentions that there are 10 points or there are some points which mentions that who is qualified, who will be disqualified. Now you have to keep those qualifications in mind and then you have to interpret it, right? You cannot simply put, you can write all those points. As per this case, you have to go through those points, analyze them, and then apply that understanding here. So if you already know beforehand that the cases that have been there, the points about the qualifications, you will be able to interpret them and write the answer for this question. So what I mean to say is that open book examination is more analytical based, more finding out your conceptual understanding. So you cannot simply rely on the books or the materials to just copy that at the time of examination. Now, you can see this. What are the possible questions that students would be having about OBE? Doubts that you will have about open book examination. Many students are writing in chat boxes. Here in DU, we know that this is a one-time measure because of COVID-19. They are coming up with the open book examination, and this is a different kind of open book examination. This is not the practice which universally we follow, where the students come at the examination hall, they bring their notes and they bring their books and they read the questions, and then with the help of those books and those notes, they write the answers. This practice is being in the medicines, engineering, where the voluminous the terminologies are there, which are very helpful. But again, the analysis is there. So they write in DU also. In LLB, when I took the examination, one examination was open book examination, which I can carry only the Baer Act. So I can see the Baer Act and I have to interpret that, right? Now, the question that the student might be having is what type of internet connection is required for this exam. Many students have this problem. They say that we are not having a good internet connection. So you can see that in Delhi University, students come from every part of the country where we may not have a good connectivity also. So from remote areas also. So you need to understand that this examination, there is a difference. When we say online examination, there is a difference. Online examination is where you can see that like CAT examination. Online, the questions are coming, multiple choice, and you are continuously pressing the button and it is moving. It's not like that. You are not going to get objective type questions, and it's not like online, in that form. It's a limited, you require only limited internet facility. This is not completely online. You need to only download the question paper. So at the time of downloading the question paper, you need it. And at the time of uploading the answer sheets, you need it. Now, the question is that how you are going to scan the answer sheets. Now, for that, there are so many applications which you can scan. Those who have the smartphones, they can have it, right? They can just click the photograph and they can convert cam scanner, and there are other softwares also, applications which can immediately convert that the photos of the answer sheets into PDF, and that PDF can be uploaded on the portal. So for this downloading and uploading, even 2G connection would be fine. So you need not to worry much about it. But if you have 3G, 4G, nowadays we are having 4G connections. So if you have that, fine. If you are not having, I will tell you that those who are not having that internet facility and the hardware options like scanner and all that, because there are many students those who do not have the access to all these hardwares and softwares. So what options they are having, we will discuss later. Now the second question paper is, what if I am not able to download the question paper? Now this is what, there is a possibility that you will not be able to download the question paper. Some internet problem may be there, or not even 2G connection is there. So every college has to come up with one or two numbers, phone numbers, email IDs, which need to be communicated to the students through their website, and otherwise also this is the responsibility of the student. They should know what are those phone numbers and email IDs which they need to have at the time of taking the examination. They should have the information about it. So what they can do is, if they find difficulty in downloading the question paper, immediately they will write an email to that email ID, and or the mobile phone, the message, text message, or WhatsApp. All the mechanisms are accepted, and the college will send the question paper through email or through the WhatsApp. Sometimes it is easy to download in WhatsApp. So whatever mode is convenient for the students, that will be given, and the student will be able to download that. And the same thing will be there if you are not able to, upload on the portal. This is the problem. Basically, particularly can come at the time of when you're taking the examination on the portal. So you will have the option. You can write the answer. You can click the pictures, convert them into PDF, and can WhatsApp to that official number given by the college, or to the email that will be their official email of the college. And students should remember that they need to write the answers on the plain A4 sheets, right? And they need to number them. उनको खुद number करना है, you have to keep this thing in mind. तो वो A4 sheets आपको arrange करनी है. And students should not become too high tech. Like some people, they just write on iPads and they convert them into text in the written form, in the typed form, and they send the answers. No typed form, answers would be accepted. So you have to write those answers in your own handwriting. Now, what if I don't have the internet facility at my residence? What shall I do? Now, those who do not have I am talking about the poor students, marginalized students, those who do not have the internet facility. They have two options. They can approach their college and can seek help in this regard. They can even go to college if they are residing near the college. If they can reach the college, they can go to the college and they can sit in the computer lab, or otherwise the college can help them. Maybe through laptop, college can provide the laptop, or they can sit in the lab, computer lab, with all the facilities. The college will ensure that they are able to take the exam and upload the answers, right? So this facility is also, the college can also do that. But again, it is not like that the entire college reaches to the college, because college can decide, because as per the limitation, college has its own limitations. So number of computers or the other facilities that are there. So this is only for those students, those who are not able to have any access of hardwares, right? Especially when I'm saying hardwares, like a student, poor student who resides nearby college, or he doesn't have the smartphone, or he doesn't have the scanner, or he doesn't have the computer at home, so he can go to the college and he can avail this facility. Now I am talking about those students, those who are remotely, in the other parts of the country, and they are not able to have any access to, they cannot come to college also. Now, those students, for those students, they need to understand this thing, that there is a common service centers. There is, in entire country, there common service centers are there, where we have made the facility. We means the government have made the facility of internet at every gram panchayat level. So they can, and the list of all those CSCs would be available on the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology website, and the university is also going to upload it. So university is also going to tell you that what are those common service centers. You can approach those common service centers. They are authorized. They will be communicated that they have to ready with that information, and with that facility, and you can go there. What you can do at CSCs, the students shall be allowed to use ICT infrastructure resources available at CSCs for downloading and taking printout of the question papers, scanning and uploading the answer sheet. So you can do, if you do not have any hardware at your home, you can go to these CSCs, right? The students can avail all these facilities free of cost, right? There are more than 2 lakh CSCs which are there. Now I am not ruling out that there will be not any problem. Still, there is a possibility that students may not be able to, take the examination, this OB examination, or they are having some technical glitch. They are not able to ultimately upload it, or to take the examination in any form. So what will happen to them, I will tell in the end. Now the next, the query that the students may be having is that I do not have any study material, because most of the students in Delhi University, they left the colleges for their native place before Holi holidays. Now after Holi, suddenly the lockdown was announced when they were about to come back to Delhi. Now they were trapped, right? They were trapped because they didn't carry any study material with them, because उनको पता ही नहीं था कि lockdown होने वाला है. Now what they should do? They will have this problem that our books are there. So if they can get the books there, fine, in their native place or where they are residing, if they have the books, fine. If not, they can contact their teachers in the colleges, because university has collected the data for various links for to make the available resources, make those resources available. But I am not sure about it, how helpful it is going to be there, because it will be too late. By the time the students will be having access to that, it will be too late. You need to study, you need to start preparations from right now. So for them, it is better they should contact their teacher in the college and get some material if possible. And if you are not able to do that, I have there are some books, there are some free sources. I have mentioned those free sources. You can see www.pdfdrive.net. यहाँ पे सारे notes भी, मतलब सारे तो नहीं मिलेंगे, लेकिन अलग बहुत सारे links हैं ऐसे. Spark Notes है, manybooks.net है. यहाँ पर आपको free में book मिल जाएगी. मैं आपको मैं दिखा भी सकता हूँ आपको कि ये अगर देखिए मेरा नेट चल रहा है, मैं अगर मैं ये कॉपी करके चलाना चाहूँ, ये बहुत सारी बुक्स हैं, यहाँ पर आप सर्च कर सकते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजमेंट की मैं कोई किताब ढूंढना चाहता हूँ, पीडीएफ में अवेलेबल है मेरे पास. ये देखिए, ये मेरे पास ये पीडीएफ में अवेलेबल है, मैं इसको डाउनलोड भी कर सकता हूँ. तो मैं इसको डाउनलोड कर सकता हूँ और ये डाउनलोड भी हो जाएगी, यहाँ से यहीं से डाउनलोड हो जाएगी। देखिए, पर ये स्टैंडर्ड अच्छी बुक्स हैं ये, मतलब दे आर नॉट एनी कोई इधर उधर की लोकल बुक्स नहीं है, दे आर वेरी गुड बुक्स। यू कैन डाउनलोड, दे आर फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट, आप इनको फ्री में डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं। So like this, there are other these sources also which you can access the study material. Now, another question is that I have never taken OPE. I am not aware about this mode of exam. There will be a panicking. I may panic. I have a fear that how I will download, how I will upload. So to avoid any panic at the last moment, there is a facility to take mock tests. So mock tests shall be available on the portal that will be communicated to you 1 week before the commencement of the examination, and you can download the question paper, practice, download the paper, write the answer, and you can upload it. You can. It is for, they will not be evaluated. They are the mock tests, right? It's a kind of a practice where you can see that how the portal is, because that whatever problems you are having, you can have those problems before 1 week before, rather than having the problems at the time of examination. So need not to worry about it that you will not be able to down. So you can practice it, and you have a sufficient time in 7 days. You can see that whether you need to approach the college or you need to approach CSCs, right? Now, can anyone else write exam on my behalf? Now, many students are thinking this. There are coaching centers, those who are offering, कि हम आपकी जगह आंसर लिख देंगे, पहले से ही जाना पकड़ लिया लोगों ने. So there is a possibility of foul play on the part of the students, where some students may fall prey to the coaching centers to write their examination. This should not be done at all. देखिए, ये एक तो सबसे बड़ी बात ये है कि you have to write the answers in your own handwriting. So since it is electronic record, आप कुछ भी ऐसा ना करें कि आप किसी और से आंसर लिखवाएं और उसको अपलोड कर दें. आपकी अपनी हैंडराइटिंग में आंसर होना चाहिए. You need not to type that unless and until it is a PWD category case where you need some writer to write the answers. So they can take the help of the answer scriber. Otherwise, they cannot. So remember, before you will be uploading the answer sheet, you need to fill an undertaking. The portal will be containing an undertaking that you have not taken any unfair means, right? So you decide what type of unfair mean how much honest you want to have. Obviously, we cannot guarantee 100% honesty, but at least you will be honest to yourself. When you will be writing the exam, you know that when you will be getting the marks, at least you will be knowing that yes, I have been honest to myself. At least these marks which I am getting is not those any copied marks, or nobody has there is a possibility that some may be dictating and you may be writing. That possibility is there. You cannot rule out that, but can't do much about it. Now, what about the Divyang students, PWD students? Now, PWD students have the concern. They will be given 5 hours to write the answers. Basically, there are other problems also which I have been getting messages from students from the various categories, especially PWD categories, that they do not have the proper facility of especially visually challenged, that they are not able to hear. They do not have the the materials, or they do not have those devices where they can hear that. So I think there are some problems. The students need to contact their colleges, and the college should I think they can work out how they can help out, because I think in every college around 10-15 students will be there PWD category. So not much, so it will not be a much burden on the colleges. They can arrange some devices if possible to these students, right? And since the 5 hours would be given, so they can arrange someone, and they can write comfortably, and still they have any problems, they can write to the university, the examination. There will be a helpline also where you can email to write your queries. So if at CSCs also you can bring your scribe writer, and he can help you. He can write on your behalf only in PWD category cases. Now, what if I am not able to take OB? अगर मैं एग्जाम ले ही नहीं पाया, तब क्या होगा? मान लीजिए मैं किसी भी तरीके से I am not able to take the examination. So they need not to worry about it. They have an option to again write the examination in conventional mode later on when the situation becomes normal. This because this we are doing just to as an emergency measure. When the situation becomes normal, the students can take the examination. But I feel that university will come out with the notification only when the result of this open book examination is out. That is most probably by the end of August and September, first or second week of September, they will come out with this, and then you can take the examination in the conventional mode. So it will not be the end of any career or end of life. You need not to worry about it. Even if you are not able to take examination, you will be able to take examination later on when the university opens and the situation becomes normal. So this was my presentation from my side. If you have any questions, you can go ahead with that.
Right. So we have gathered around the questions, and we have shortlisted one of the few of the most asked questions, and we'll be asking that directly to sir. So Ashish, Kabir, just a moment. Kabir, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah.
Kabir?
So are we audible?
Yeah. Nimisha? Nimisha, are you able to unmute yourself? Right. So,
okay.
Perfect. So we've shortlisted one of the few of the most asked questions, and we'll be directly asking that to sir. Ashish, can you start with the questions?
Yeah. So there's a question from Himanshi Maitri College. Like, there's any word limit to the questions asked in the examination? Like, how much words do we have to write for a particular question that we'll be getting in the OB exam?
See, usually you can see that as per the normal questions, you get some word limit, right? So you have to basically accordingly divide your answer according to the requirement of the question. In normal scenario, also you get some word limits. So that word limit is for your convenience only. If you want to exceed those word limit, you can. There is no problem in that. Whenever you feel that what is the requirement of the answer, you want to write that. So it makes more sense that you are able to attempt in the 2 hours. You are able to do that. So there is no problem as such. Word limits you can write as per the normal schedule. You can just pick your 10 years. You can see that a particular as far as the number of questions are there, they are going to be little reduced, and you will be notified, and accordingly the word limit have to be there.
Okay, sir. So there's a question from Arnav Kumar. Like, students generally have a tendency of going ahead with 10 years for covering their syllabus. So OB being an analytical exam, do you think that it's a wise choice of going ahead with 10 years for covering their syllabus?
10 years will only tell you that what type of word limits, what type of questions have been asked. I don't think so, because as I told in the very beginning, the exam questions have to be different in open book examination. They have to be analytical based questions. So students also need to change their strategy of preparing the examination. Usually what they used to do is that they used to go through the 10 years, the question which they are getting every time they are repeating the question, they just prepare those questions and they take the examination. I have given the sample questions. You can see that what type of questions you have. So you need to focus on understanding the concepts of the syllabus rather than going through this 10 years and going through the question. Although they can get an idea that on because through 10 years you can get an idea that which areas are important. So you can go through the 10 years, you can see that you can identify those areas, and from those areas you can study in detail and build your concepts.
Okay. Kabir, can you go ahead with the questions?
Yes, sir. Sir, Subhag Gupta has asked that is there a size restriction for the PDFs on the portal?
Size of the PDF. See,
Yes, sir.
because around 30, I think you will not require more than 30 sheets to answer that. And even if you can see that when you, click the photos and scan them using a CAM scanner, save them in the, compressed mode. But at the same time, you have to they are able to, the examiner is able to see it. So they will definitely be mentioning the size, and it will be sufficient. For 30 pages, the conversion will be sufficient, where you will be able to convert them in the PDF file, and you will be able to upload it. So you need not to worry about it.
Right, sir. The most common question we've received. Sorry.
That's why they have given the mock. This is the reason that they have given you mock tests. So during mock tests, you can practice all these things. You can, click the photos and you can scan it. You can convert them into PDF, and you can see that what size you are able to upload it. Right? Do not upload anything which is not visible. Do not upload anything where the answers are not visible, because ultimately, how the examiner would be evaluate you. Right? So in that case, also, if you are not able to, examiner is not able to evaluate, then you have to go in the conventional mode later on.
Right. Sir, the most common question that has been asked is whether the students can use ruled sheet as well. So instead of the plain sheets, can they use sheets which have ruled lines on it?
See, you can see this plain papers.
Only
right?
plain papers.
Plain papers of A4 size, right? But if I think there will not be much problem if you come out with the ruled sheets, because ultimately whatever file you are sending, the student is uploading, they will be sent to the teacher for evaluation. So they're not going to make much problem. But I think as far as possible, you can go for plain sheets. But even if it is ruled, they will be fine.
All right. Any more questions, Kabir, Nimisha?
Yeah, a lot of people are asking what do we have to write on the first sheet? What all information and all?
First sheet, you need not to worry about it. First sheet, they will be having, because on your portal, every information will be there when you will be uploading on your portal. So you will have your details, right? So still you can write, you need not to write anything on the answer sheet. You just go by the university will be coming out with the instructions. And in the, 1 week before that, you can see this, that when you will be, in the portal only, there will be, like, if I upload from my portal, it is there that answer belongs to me, that answer sheet belongs to me. So if you go by any other mode, like you are emailing and that, so in that email, you have to write your details and avoid writing on the answer sheet, because examiner, it will be sent to the examiner. So examiner will come to know who are you. So confidentiality will not be able to, maintain. So you need to follow the instructions, that those instructions will be coming at the time of 1 week before the examination.
Okay, sir. So the next question that most people are asking are, what are the, will there be sets, and what is the question paper pattern?
See, there could be a possibility that there could be a sets, but at this point of time, this is something which is confidential, which cannot be disclosed. So it doesn't matter whether they are sets or not. How does it matter to the student? The student will be getting a question paper and he has to attempt it. Because coaching centers are, just thinking about it. If they are, one answer, so they will have a different, coaching centers will have a different, Zoom meeting, and they will enroll their students, and one teacher will write the answer and will share the screen, and everybody will be seeing it and copying it. So technology is going to be problem. So I think only those information which are relevant at this point of time I would share.
Okay, sir. Sir, the next question is that the mock test, will they follow the OBE pattern, and also the postgraduate entrances?
Before that, just I would like to take one query of a PWD student who is saying that अगर PWD का स्टूडेंट दिल्ली में ही है और उसे हॉस्टल के में बाहर के लोग आने की अनुमति नहीं है, हमें राइटर की जरूरत है, तो कोविड-19 में कोई हमारा पेपर लिखने के लिए जल्दी तैयार नहीं हो रहा है, तो क्या कॉलेज हमारे पेपर के लिए राइटर के लिए कॉलेज में व्यवस्था कर सकता है? बिल्कुल कर सकता है। जो ऐसे बच्चे हैं मैं उनको सजेस्ट करूंगा कि दे शुड कॉन्टैक्ट द कॉलेज, उनको कॉलेज को संपर्क करना चाहिए और कॉलेज उनकी हेल्प करना चाहिए। ठीक है, वो अपने प्रिंसिपल को मेल लिखें, फोन करें, ईमेल लिख के छोड़ दें उन पे, एंड दे शुड रिवर्ट बैक, कॉलेज वुड अरेंज। आप बताइए बेटा, आप जो बोल रहे हैं।
Yes, sir. Sir, the question is that will the mock test be on the OBE pattern?
Yes, there will be a mock test pattern based on OBE पे ही होगा।
Right, sir. The next question is, what is the question structure? So how many questions will be asked, and will it be for 75 marks each, as it used to be in the traditional system?
And so will there be choices for the questions?
Basically, देखिए, it is not going to change the pattern of the questions. You just need to go through, as I have told you, that you need to go through the past year papers. The pattern which is going to be there, it is going to be more or less same, right? It is not like that they are going to, the only thing is that you need to write less. देखो, वैसे भी 3 घंटे में जो पेपर होता था ना, वो 3 घंटे का होता नहीं था, 2 घंटे में 2 घंटे में हो जाता था, 2 सवा 2 घंटे में पेपर हो जाता है वो। It is a different matter that students take more time. Otherwise, normally students don't take more than 2.5 hours, unless and until there is an exceptional paper. So they need not to worry about it. They need to just go through the the traditional distribution of marks and paper, and accordingly it will be there.
Any more questions that are shortlisted? Nimisha, Kabir, Siddhant, Ashish. Sir, many people are asking about the admit card, so I don't think admit card is a concern as of now.
Admit card, they will be getting admit card. College will be sending them the admit card. They will be getting through online mode only.
All right. And also, sir, will there be any confirmation sent to the students once they've uploaded their answers on the portal? And
yes, they will be getting the portal will be having this. One student has mentioned this. One scan, one page, it generally takes time, and a typical answer sheet generally takes more than 30 plus sheets, right? It might take a lot longer to first answer 3-hour paper in 2 hours. No, it's not like that. Your answer paper is for 2 hours only, right? 1 hour you are getting extra. So somebody who is saying that the 3-hour paper is going to be written in 2 hours, it's not like that. Paper is of 2 hours only. You have to write in 2 hours only, and 1 hour is extra, and that is there to scan the answers, and you will have sufficient time. देखो आजकल के बच्चे तो ये 30 sheets कितनी देर लगती है स्कैन करने में? फोटो खींच के आप देखिए स्कैन करिए, उसमें कितनी देर लगती है? उसको मोबाइल स्कैनर में कन्वर्ट करके आप उसको टेस्ट कर लीजिए। ये सारी प्रॉब्लम्स अगर आप मॉक टेस्ट कीजिए 1 हफ्ता पहले, अगर आपको आती हैं प्रॉब्लम, तो आप बताइए, यूनिवर्सिटी को लिखिए उसमें इस तरह की प्रॉब्लम्स आ रही हैं। मुझे नहीं लगता कि जब आप ये सारी प्रॉब्लम्स इसलिए हैं बिकॉज देयर इज एन lack of information, uncertainty, and you have not gone through it. I'm sure when you will take the mock test before the 1 week when they will upload it, your 99% problems will be taken care of.
Right, sir.
Sir, the next question that people are asking is कि question paper scan करके जब हम लोग आंसर शीट हम अपलोड करेंगे स्कैन करके, वो ऑर्डर वाइज करनी है या फिर सेपरेट क्वेश्चंस की सेपरेट शीट में ऐसे करना है? How are they going to scan and upload?
I think that university is going to make it simple as much as possible. They are not going to complicate it. What would be done is, what I feel that you need to make one PDF and you have to upload it. The only thing is that the sheet has to be numbered. So it doesn't, you have to write all the answers and you number the sheets and write the answer number, question number, and just do it. It's not like a separate question uploading. So they are not going to be having so much of high-tech system that one question window will be there and upload the answer for that. There will be a simple answer. You have to write 20 pages, 25 pages, whatever you have used. You convert them into PDF and upload it.
Sir, the next question that students are asking, that the university notification came about some shifts where they can upload the question paper and they can give the paper. What about that?
I didn't get you. Please repeat what you are saying.
There a university notification came regarding examination in 3 shifts. So can you tell us more about that?
Examination. Which notification you are talking about? I've not gone through any such notification which is going 3 shifts. See, students are not going to 3 shifts वाला भी कहाँ से बात आ गई? वो तो एक डिस्कशन में था कि 3 shifts में अगर करना चाहे तो कर सकते हैं. ऐसा कोई नोटिफिकेशन तो है नहीं कि 3 shifts में होगा. ऐसा कोई नोटिफिकेशन नहीं है.
Okay, guys, we're currently taking only undergraduate queries, but since a lot of you have joined who are, I think, appearing for post-graduation entrances. So, sir, they're asking, are the post-graduation entrances going to be on the OBE pattern?
Post-graduation entrance, this is for, this time they are going to take. So they will have NTA, the university has given the task of conducting the entrance exam for post-graduation examination to NTA, National Testing Agency, which usually conducts NET examination. So they will be holding the entrance test examination for postgraduate courses, and they will be in the online mode. Most probably they will be in the online mode. They will be hiring the centers, which they may be doing it. So there is nothing related to open book examination as far as this post-graduation test or entrance test is concerned.
So students are asking about the practical papers like cost accounting and management accounting. So what type of questions they can expect in such practical papers like business maths and accounting?
See, there could be again some analytical questions could be there where they can be asked to analyze. For example, there is a costing question, marginal costing. They will not be simply to find out a contribution or right the break-even point. They can be asked to whether the company should go for shutdown or continue. You need to advise. So some analytical aspect can be there. So not much, but still there would be a little difference they can expect even in accounting questions. So like sometimes what happens that you can say that whether we should make or buy. So what decision you basically suggest. So on the basis of those information calculations, you need again you could be asked to interpret that information. So which usually will not be there in the books. So you need to understand those concepts to analyze them.
Sir, another question is, will there be answer key available for the mock tests that will be happening in the next week, the week prior to the exams? No.
I don't think so that there will be any. That mock test is not. That mock test is to just ease you. That is not there to evaluate. That is there just to tackle the hassles, the anxiety that how I am going to download it, how I am going to upload it. More operational part.
Basically, the process of it, process of taking the exam. That's what it wants to clarify.
Yeah, very right.
Sir, another question is that is there any undertaking that has to be filled beforehand, like we used to do normally?
Yes, you have to fill the undertaking. That will be on the portal only, that you will not use any unfair means while taking the exam. Phone network is more important or not, as I have Wi-Fi. So mail is sufficient or not. It doesn't matter you have Wi-Fi or what, it should be working. And if you are able to download it, upload it, that's fine. I told you that even 2G connection is fine. So Wi-Fi to ठीक है, Wi-Fi में तो थोड़ा better ही होता है.
Sir, will there be internal choices in the questions?
Internal choices, as per the, yes, there will be choices as per the scheme of the examination which has been there. So you need not to worry about it. Sufficient, you will be given choices. You will be given choices. As usually you see that in the question paper, normal question paper that comes, you have the choices in that also. So here also you will be given choices.
Another question is that, sir, can sixth sem students give re-paper of second sem?
Please repeat your question.
The final year students, can they give re-papers for their first year or second year semesters?
They can give only 4 year, 4 semester exam. They cannot take for only second semester exam.
Okay.
Only 6 year student, this 6 semester student, they can take for four semester.
Harpreet Kaur, I guess your question has been answered.
So another common question. I mean, it says that since the questions are open-ended, they're case study based. So will there be any specific answer key that to which you will be? I mean, because it can have some very subjective answer. Case study questions. So, I mean, of course, there are topics that are related to questions, but is there anything that any mind frame we have to be in while answering the questions?
Okay, usually what happens when examination question is being framed or the question papers are there, they are made by team of experts. Okay, and when the evaluation comes, they have a meeting of examiners, head examiners, and then they discuss the possible solutions. So those possible solutions are drafted at the time after the discussion, and then the answer sheets are evaluated according to it. So students don't get that those points of discussions. So students ने थोड़ा सा गीता का ज्ञान करना है, पढ़ना है, अपना कर्म करना है, ठीक है, फल की चिंता ज्यादा नहीं करनी है.
I request all the participants to please do not repeat your questions. We are reading all of them.
एक बंदा लिख रहा है यहाँ पर, सर, what if the light goes at the time of uploading answer sheets and we might not be able to upload it on time? You have to contact your college. As I told you that you will be getting a phone number and email. You can contact your college and you can get the directions from the college regarding that. So it is better you do all the communication in at least on that phone or email. So they will be guiding you. If this happens, that what you are. See, university is pro students. Let me tell you, university is pro students. They do not want आपको घर बैठ के यार एग्जाम दिला रहे हैं. इससे ज़्यादा क्या हो सकता है? घर पे बैठ के आपको करना है. आपके पहली बार ऐसा होगा कि आपके ऊपर कोई इन्विजिलेटर नहीं होगा. तो इतना कोई प्रॉब्लमेटिक नहीं होने वाला है कि यू आर गोइंग टू बी, थोड़ा ईज हो जाओ, रिलैक्स हो जाओ. इस तरह से इतना परेशान होने की जरूरत नहीं है. इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी देयर कि आपको आप नहीं 1 मिनट लेट हो गए तो वो पर नहीं हो पाया तो क्या करेंगे, हमारा फ्लाइट चली, कुछ नहीं हो. You just talk to your college on those phone numbers that will be given to you. They will take care of that.
Also, sir, they are saying that the college is not responding about the numbers and emails. So I think
अभी नहीं करेंगे कॉलेजेस एंड टाइम पे करेंगे. एग्जाम से 10 हफ्ता पहले वो जब आपके पास एडमिट कार्ड आएगा तो उसके बाद आपको कॉलेज की वेबसाइट चेक करना, उस पर वो डाल देंगे नंबर. सभी कॉलेजेस को करना है. दे विल डू दैट. अभी इतनी पहले करा देंगे तो आपके वो अभी से फोन शुरू हो जाएंगे तो दे विल नॉट बी एबल टू. सो दे विल डू इट ओनली एट द टाइम. वो उससे पहले करेंगे. अभी वो इंस्ट्रक्शंस आई हैं तो अभी करेंगे.
So I think 2 questions have been answered. It also answers the question admit cards कब मिलेंगे. So we will get about a week ago you get the notification.
ऑनलाइन मिल जाएगा उनको, सब ऑनलाइन मिल जाएगा. पोर्टल उनको सब मिल जाएगा. देखो मैंने जो आपको बताया है ये जो हॉट्स वाला जो पूछ रहा है कि ऑल द क्वेश्चंस विल बी हॉट्स, आइडियलिस्टिकली ओपन बुक एग्जामिनेशन में हॉट्स पूछे जाते हैं, लेकिन जरूरी नहीं है. यू कैन एक्सपेक्ट सम सिंपल क्वेश्चंस आल्सो. So as I मतलब I have told you the extreme. There is a possibility that there will be analytical questions like this. So you can get some simple questions also which you need to write. So you should be ready for both. Again, those who are thinking that they will email later on, so it should try to do the email within the stipulated time to the college. Okay. If it's
Sir,
not to the
another
college, yes, Bhola.
Sir, another question is that I have my e-filing paper, which is of 25 marks. How much time will be allotted for that paper?
Which paper?
E-filing paper.
No, that
So the marks, like originally that was of 25 marks. So अभी कुछ reduction होगा या क्या? And time
वो
क्या
आपको
होगा उसमें?
वो आपकी डेट शीट में आ जाएगा, आपके डेट शीट में भी आ जाएगा और आपके एडमिट कार्ड में भी बता दिया जाएगा. वन इज आस्किंग पेपर कौन चेक करेगा? पेपर टीचर्स ही चेक करेंगे. तो चेक करते हैं वही चेक करेंगे, इवैल्यूएट. जैसे आपको पोर्टल पे आपने डाला ऐसे ही टीचर्स को भेज दिया जाएगा. दे विल इवैल्यूएट एंड दे विल सबमिट.
Right, sir. I think we've answered most of the questions. And in case your queries are unanswered, please write to us on our email ID that is been shared to you on the screen. That is comsoc.sbsc@gmail.com. You can write all your unanswered queries to us, and we'll try to resolve them and solve them with sir, and we'll get back to you via mail as well. Right. So please note it down. I'll just stay here on the screen for the next 10-15 seconds, so you can note it down. All right. All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for such an insightful session. So with this, we come to the end of the seminar. I would now like to request Ms. Aarti Saini, convener, Commerce Association, to present the formal vote of thanks. Ma'am, you have to unmute yourself. Yeah.
Thank you. Respected principal, sir, Dr. Anil Sardana, teacher in charge of Department of Commerce, Dr. Kalpana Gupta, speaker of the day. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Speaker of the day, Dr. Arun Atri, who was very kindly agreed to us for delivering this webinar for students. My dear participants and dear student of Commerce Association, I, Aarti Saini, on behalf of Commerce Association of Shahid Bhagat Singh College, would like to thank you all for attending this webinar. I'm sure we are able to answer your queries. And as Shikhar has shared the email ID, so kindly share your queries over there. We understand that this is a difficult time for the students handling the change at the university patterns, be it online classes or submitting assignment and now the examination. But we have to cope with it and be adaptive to it. Please remember, this digital advancement has saved your precious year and allowed you to access important notes and give examinations online. So it's time to be productive, and my best wishes to all the students. And let's pray that we all will come soon out of this difficult time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you to all students who attended. Thank you, Commerce Association. Thank you, Sardana, sir, principal. Thank you, Kalpana ma'am. Now we're coming to the end of today's webinar. Thank you for joining in. That will be it from our crib. Thank you.
Thank you.